Hi. So I thought I'd just start by saying what psychology actually is. So psychology is the scientific study of the brain and human behaviour, meaning that within psychology you'll be looking at different approaches, such as the biological approach. So within the biological approach, you'll learn about things such as localization of brain function and the theory of how we are already biologically programmed to behave or do the things that we do. Whereas you'll also be looking at the nature nurture argument and analysing how biology might not actually predetermine our behaviour. For example, within the psychodynamic approach, we look at how behaviour can be explained in terms of childhood experiences and the unconscious mind. So I find psychology really interesting, and it's one of the lessons I really look forward to because you just know you're going to learn something really fresh and new every day, and it's definitely never boring. It's also really interesting learning about all the different theories and experiments done to reach some conclusions, which are almost impossible not to remember because some can not only be interesting but also really bizarre, which to me only makes it that much better because it really sticks in your head. So I thought I'd just cover something that a lot of people have come to me about, and it's something that I was thinking before choosing psychology last year, and that is, do you have to do a lot of hard maths? Because that's not something they particularly enjoy. So if you do enjoy maths, then that's great added bonus and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. However, if you don't, I really would urge you not to let it put you off, because honestly, you will have developed transferable skills from GCSE, and most of the maths that has to be done is just mean, median, mode, and graphs and stuff. And it's really, really minimal compared to all of the other interesting stuff you'll be covering. So please don't think that psychology is an overload of maths, because it really isn't. Although psychology is considered a science, there are some lengthy questions you'll have to answer. So there are 3 markers and 8 markers, but there are also 12 markers and 20 markers, which isn't your usual something in subjects such as biology. However, you do use a lot of the skills that you do in science to answer your questions, which is to stay factual and scientific and not to be generic with your answers at all. With lengthier questions, you will have developed transferable skills from English, and if you're doing any essay subjects in GCSEs, such as RE or history. I know in some subjects you do a lot of evaluation or research, which are other skills you can definitely take with you into psychology, because you'll be asked to do some really interesting research tasks. I personally chose psychology because I'm really interested in us as humans and how our brain works and how things can impact our mental health or behaviour. We've also covered a bit so far on criminal behaviour and what factors can cause a person to be more likely to commit a crime, which I found then and still find really interesting, and I know a lot of other people in the subject do too. So if you're interested in learning more about how us humans work and why we may behave in certain ways, do certain things, and are prepared to dive into a new and exciting subject with loads of really interesting theories, then I definitely advise that you choose psychology.